want to make a video about how do we know we are making progress in this path. There's different kinds of ways that we can measure how we are progressing in meditation, and there's no one perfect way because it always depends on conditions. It always depends a bit on what we're experiencing in life, how much unsettledness there is because of the circumstances. And I would say the only one that truly knows whether you are developing is yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. Am I more free of craving? Am I more happy, more content with what's happening? And am I doing more and more things which are less harmful for myself and others and more helpful for myself and others? This is how we truly know in the life. And of course, this is something where it never ends. The work never ends until we die. This process of becoming better humans. But we have a few different frameworks or models that we can work with when we are looking more closely at our meditation practice. So there are some traditional models. There's the models of the Vipassana jnanas. This is like different knowledges of Vipassana, which you step through as you go deeper and deeper. So we can examine our progress with this. And I will give a few extra ideas of how to notice where we're at. And this is quite helpful if we have some familiarity with the territory, because it's not that we reach some level and then we're there permanently. It's always that we start again. Every time we get distracted, we have to kind of start again. And of course, the deeper we go and the more used to we're going deeper, the quicker we can do it over and over. So the more pure our mindfulness will be from the get-go. At the most basic level of practice, we are not really practicing. We sit down in the kitchen, but we are just busy thinking and dreaming all the time. We mostly forget our meditation object. We are spending majority of the time dreaming and thinking. Maybe we even think about meditation and how nice it is to do this, and thinking about our life and our world, and this is all nice. Maybe it's good for you to digest these kinds of thoughts, but it's not practicing mindfulness. So this is the level 0, let's say. Then we start to pay more attention to what's happening. We start to be more time with our meditation object, and we start to have some basic level of mindfulness. Maybe we use noting, we use labeling to examine what's happening, and we start to have a more conceptual level of mindfulness. We start to understand, okay, I'm thinking about things, I'm feeling this pain because it's because of this reason, I'm feeling that because of this reason, or I'm feeling this gross sensation, that kind of thought is there. And there's a lot of gaps between these moments of mindfulness. There's a moment of mindfulness, a moment of waking up, maybe a second or two of a few seconds with the breath. And then there's a big gap where we are gone, we're dreaming, or we're sleeping, or we are restless and acting on it the whole time. This is a stage, and it's okay to be there. Then we start to go deeper, and we start to observe phenomena. We can start to contact phenomena. So what does phenomena mean? It means phenomena of body and phenomena of mind. We start to see sensations as sensations, feelings as feelings. We can start to discern the pleasantness, unpleasantness of experience. We start to discern the different thinking energies. Maybe we can start to feel the energy of craving, the energy of aversion. We can start to feel and contact more directly our actual experience This is where we really start to meditate, because we can feel our experience. And we're not just thinking about our experience. That was more the previous stage, but we can directly feel it and contact it. And now the moments of mindfulness have gotten closer together. So we can start to perceive things happening and how they are influencing each other. So it's not that we see a few moments and then completely check out, and we see a few moments and we check out. We start to see the more often. Okay, this is happening, and oh, my mind was thinking, oh, it leads to this body sensation. Oh, and this body sensation led to this thought. Oh, and this distraction led to immediately my mind going after that. So we start to see more, a little bit closer in real time, what's happening. Moving deeper, we start to observe less and less we care about the content of experience. Less and less we care what is the sensation, what is what I'm seeing, what is the content of my thoughts, and we just see the nature of all of these phenomena, the nature of beginning and ending, the nature of change, the nature of something comes, it stays for some time and goes, comes and goes. You see the mind craving after something and it goes. So we are seeing more and more the nature of change of our thoughts. We don't care as much about the content. And there's the shift which starts to happen here as well. Whereas before we were sitting in the meditation and very much referencing it in relation to time, in relation to myself and what I'm doing and what I want to do. This kind of time-based knowing, I am this continuous thing through time, and I'm knowing this phenomena and how it fits into my history, my past, my future. And more the present moment starts to become bigger, and past, future and referencing time becomes smaller. Present moment awareness starts to take over, and we are starting to know our experience from awareness, from this very moment, more and more. Even the present moment is just an idea, because present moment depends on past and future existing. But then when we're moving to this way of relating, there is just this. So we can call it being very present, but it's actually not being very present, because there is no past and future. Past and future are just thoughts coming in this, thoughts appearing here. And this point, the mind also starts to become more slow, more quiet. There's things happening, but there's still the thinking mind present. There's still this verbalizing mind present, which is, let's say, commenting on our meditation and how it's going and what we need to adjust, and this kind of wholesome thoughts, not unrelated thoughts, but thoughts engaged with the process. And of course, there will be still distractions. As we go even deeper, this also starts to fade. So these thoughts, which are these meta-cognitive thoughts about what's happening, they start to fade. And this verbalizing thought starts to fade. And we have just the more pre-verbalizing thoughts, the thoughts which are just perceiving our experience, conceptualizing the whole time the experience. And we see this process more and more rapidly. The sensations, the body phenomena appearing, the thought phenomena appearing, and we see more and more this rapid arising and passing. So rather than things arising, staying for a long time and passing, we see more and more, moment by moment, things arising and passing. Now the present moment is very big. There's always just this happening. This we call the insight into arising and passing. And by now the mindfulness is pretty much in real time. So it's not anymore I see something, then I label it, which is kind of like after the fact. But it's more just seeing things in real time. And at this point, it's really also useful to really drop the labels, the use of the labels. They will just slow you down, and they will just cloud your perception. So it's good to drop labels at this point if you are there, if things are becoming too quick to label, but you're still very clearly aware. If you start checking out and become dull, so becoming dull means your perception becomes very foggy, cloudy, and you're not seeing things, dreamy, then it's better to keep using labels to really cultivate the intention to be clearly aware of what's happening. After the stage of arising and passing, it becomes deeper and more difficult to really describe with words. But there's a general movement towards less and less phenomena happening. Things slow down a lot. There's less and less conceptualizing. Thoughts are less and less allowed to grow. They're just seen the moment they arise and they pass away again, little moments. There's more and more, the mind becomes more and more spacious, more and more empty, more and more open. You are just dwelling in the awareness, continuous mindfulness, bare awareness of what's happening. So there's no other space to think about things. And yeah, there's more down that path, but it's unlikely that this is to be experienced within the frame of practicing 2 hours a day, unless you already have a lot of momentum in your practice. So for the sake of not creating expectations, I will leave it at that.